Put any action, but it must be aligned with what you're trying to do. And when we don't do those things, that's when we don't achieve the level in certain things that we want to achieve. See, but what a lot of people will do as well is it's not working fast enough as well. When they are trying to do their aligned actions, you have to have patience. Listen, nothing happens overnight. Welcome back to the channel. It's that guy, TheEnergyEli. Please do make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. So now continuing on with the 12 universal laws. We are now in law number 5. And law number 5 is the law of action. So manifestation requires aligned action. So what that merely means is, okay, we manifest. Now we have to align our actions with the manifestation. So we have to carry out, certain actions to achieve it. If I say I want to be a athlete at a pro level, I need to now align my goals and my actions to train right, eat right, everything in the right way in order to accomplish my goals and my dreams. So you have to apply the law of action, not only with manifestation, but with aligned action. When it comes to the law of action, as stated, we must take action for our manifestations, which could be our goals, our dreams to come to fruition. Now, what a lot of people do, we do our manifestations, we do our affirmations. We say, okay, hey, I want to receive this amount of money next year in my job. I want to receive, this award for the work I put in, but we're not putting in the aligned action. Put in the action, but it must be aligned with what you're trying to do. And when we don't do those things, that's when we don't achieve the level in certain things that we want to achieve. See, a lot of people, what they do, they'll say over and over, I want this. Why isn't this working? But they're not putting in the action. They're literally not putting in the aligned action. And when you're not putting in aligned action, of course, you're not going to get the results that you want to do. A lot of people will do as well is it's not working fast enough as well. When they are trying to do their aligned actions, you have to have patience. Listen, nothing happens overnight. You go and sprout something right now that you want to grow. It's not going to grow overnight. You can't even have a baby overnight. It takes 9 months in most cases for a baby to grow. It just don't come over. It doesn't work like that. So you have to realize, get out of the microwave mindset of this generation and realize exactly what you're trying to achieve and what you're really trying to do. Because in order for you to understand where you're trying to go and what you're trying to achieve, you have to have patience. And that patience for those manifestations, which I'll continue to repeat throughout this video, have to be aligned with your actions. Point blank, period. I didn't get to the level I am now as far as certain goals and things that I wanted to do, where it came from, acting and modeling and whatever else I may have gotten into, business-wise. It didn't happen overnight. I reflected the other day when I first made a decision at that time to get into the trucking industry. That was 10 years ago. But my vision was, okay, I'm using this money to get to this. But if I had not had my manifestation saying what I want to do and took the aligned action, I would not be where I am today. I wouldn't be about to make, big business deals and partnerships and negotiations over certain things if I hadn't made a decision 10 years ago. And you guys got to realize time waits for no man. Some of you said you wanted to do certain things. It's been 10 years plus years and you still haven't done it. I always examine myself. I always look at myself. Okay, where am I at right now, at this age and this stage? What can I do to improve and be at an even better level? Hopefully, y'all willing 10 years from now. That's how I always look at things. That's how I always say, you know what? That's my measuring stick. Give gratitude, give thanks. Okay, let's improve. Because it's not just about you. It's about your family. It's about your children. It's about your loved ones. It's about your friends. It's about those who inspire and see you doing what you need to do and want to go to a higher level as well. So you have to realize those manifestations, that law of action is not just when you align both together, then you can ascend. Then you can get to that level that you want to get to. Listen, we make life more harder than what it needs to be. We make achieving our goals and our aspirations and our dreams a lot harder than it needs to be. We do things that's gonna put roadblocks, put obstacles in front of us that's gonna stop us. And then we wonder why we aren't getting where we need to get to. Then we look at everybody else and say, oh, they're getting everything. You don't know what they're doing behind closed doors. They're following their affirmations, they're putting their manifestations aligned with their aligned action to operate in the law of action. That's why they're getting where they need to get to. They're not crying, they're not moaning, they're not complaining. They're simply putting in the work and getting things done. So make sure your manifestations are aligned with your action. And that was law number 5, the law of action. Hey, once again, thank you guys for tuning in. My name is TheEnergyEli. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms. Hey, I'm out.